All callers are unmuted.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this terrific Tuesday morning? It is a beautiful day indeed here in the nation's capital. Thank you for all waking up this morning and dialing into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, where you're going to hear some wonderful, fantastic, terrific things that are happening here on Team Effort Network. This is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, along with my business partner, One Star, Pastor Del Wafer. Family from around the globe, the line is open. Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Good morning, it's Maureen calling from London, England.
Oh, my.
Good morning, this is Maureen calling from London, England, executive founding member here in rainy London.
In London, England. My goodness, Maureen, you are so missed here in Washington. We miss you. When are you coming home?
I miss you. I'll be back on Saturday.
And are you still
I miss everybody.
Is London ready for Maryland phrase?
What do you say?
Is London ready for our 10th phrase?
Yes. I've been talking to a lot of people. Oh, yes, definitely. A lot of people have done a lot of one-on-ones. And, yes, they're ready. Absolutely.
Well,
we're going to make it happen as soon as possible. I think I'm meeting with Anita sometime this week or next week. I'm going to go visit her, actually.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wow, well, we look forward to having you back home this weekend.
Thank you.
Well, family, who is with us, as you heard us, Maureen calling away from London, England. Woo-hoo. Where are you calling from? Right here.
This is Beverly from Maryland. Good morning.
Hello, Beverly from Maryland. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
I haven't seen you since our North Carolina trip. How did you think about that trip in North Carolina?
It was fabulous. Had a ball. Wonderful.
Great. Thank you for being here this morning. Well, family, who else is with us this morning? Go right ahead and introduce yourself.
Maryland.
Oh, my goodness. Hello, Justin Bowden. And you were in North Carolina as well. What did you think about that, sir?
Pastor Denise, I'm still recuperating from all that dancing with Pat Lowe and everybody else down there in North Carolina.
But Pat taught you a few steps, didn't she, Jesse?
Yes, she did. I'm about to go out and find me some dance classes somewhere.
I'm looking for one, too. And we have Greg from Reno. Hi, Greg. How are you, sir?
Blessed, highly favored. Wonderful to talk to you again.
Oh, sir, and look, let me thank you for serving our country. I saw your picture on Facebook the other day. Thank you for being one of those men that served our country.
Thank you. I saw your post yesterday. I got home from doing the TTP. I was too late, I guess, to be one of your first 10.
You were too late. I got 10 within 5 minutes, sir.
I know you did. I know you did.
Well, thank you for being with us.
By.
Go ahead, Greg.
I say I'll stand by.
Yes, sir.
I'll learn from the distance.
We're going to get it to you anyway. How's that?
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Well, go right ahead, son. Let's introduce yourself. Where you calling in from?
Chino Hills, California.
Terry Whitener from Chino Hills, California. Welcome, sir, to the call.
Hey, Gary. Veronica Ulrich. I'm from California.
Hey, California. Maryland's in the house. Welcome.
Brooklyn, New York.
California. Ainsley Carter. Welcome from Brooklyn. How are you, sir?
I'm so blessed. How are you?
I'm better blessed.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Where are you calling in from, sir?
How you doing, Pastor Denise? This is Joseph Lewis from Brooklyn, and I heard you talking about the memorial. I'm actually serving in the Army right now, currently. So,
well, bless your heart. We salute you
also,
right now. You said your name is Joseph?
Joseph Lewis. Also have my brother Kirk on the line, too. He's out of Atlanta.
Joseph from Brooklyn and your brother Kirk from Atlanta?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Is this your first time on the call?
Not my first time on the call. I've listened to many calls. So I've been calling in every chance I get. So
wonderful. You said you're in the service right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much for your service to our country. We appreciate you greatly.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for being a part of 10. Well, that's right. Well, go right ahead, son. Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Don Joseph, Emeryville, California.
Oh, I know that's right. Mr. Don Joseph. How are you, sir?
Excellent. How you doing, Miss Wonderful?
I know you're still on fire from 10 University, aren't you?
Oh, man, we ready to go.
All right, we got to hear from you this week. Let me know what day.
Next 90 days is radical.
We got to get it ready. We're working on it already.
Hey, this is Bobby McGuire and his brother Rob.
Hello. Bobby, you said you're calling from Atlanta?
Well, I'm calling from North Carolina, and Mr. Harper calling from South Carolina.
Well, thank you, sir, for being with us this morning.
Thanks for allowing us to be there.
Good morning. Who's calling from South Carolina? It's Michelle Williams from Walter, South Carolina. You need to connect with somebody else from South Carolina.
Hello, Miss Thelma. How are you?
I'm fine. I need to connect with that person who said they're calling from South Carolina.
Okay, someone just said that they were in South Carolina. Who else? Who just announced they were in South Carolina other than Thelma?
My name is Ray Harper. I'm from South Carolina. This is my first chance on the phone, so I'm just trying to get some information. But I would love to get in touch with y'all that's trying to get in touch with me so we can share some information on our experience.
Okay. Thelma and the other gentleman from South Carolina, will you please take my number down and reach out to me so I can connect you two, please?
Okay. Hold on.
Take my number. I'm going to give you my number, okay? Please contact me so I can connect you all.
Hold on. Let me get my hand. Hold on a second.
Okay. Now, while you're doing it, I want the folks to go right ahead and introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Okay, support.
Welcome to the call. Good to have you here. Who else is with us? Go right ahead. I heard Shirley Duffy. Shirley McDuffie. Welcome from Maryland. Who else is with us this morning?
Thank you. North Carolina, Pat here.
Oh, there go my girl Pat from North Carolina. How's it going, Pat?
Jerome Tucker up from Marlboro, Maryland.
Up from Marlboro, Maryland's in the house. Welcome to the call.
Samantha Richardson, Newark, California.
Hello, beautiful Samantha Singing Bird. How are you, dear?
Oh, I'm good.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to meet on just a few. I want to give my numbers, sir. Are you ready? No, you were getting a pencil?
Yes, I am.
Okay. My phone number is 301 356 7645. 301 356 7645, please, and I will connect you all in South Carolina. And if I don't pick up, just send me a text. I will get back in touch with you, okay?
Okay, your number?
This is Pastor Denise. Okay? Thank you.
All callers are muted.
Calling in from around the globe. That is what we're going to do. Connect you with whoever's in your area so you can get all the information that you need so you can be successful and grow your business and share what we're doing here in Team Effort Network around the globe. And this is, our motto in our sister company is bringing the world closer together. That's our motto in the My Video Talk, our sister business, My Video Talk. And here in 10, Team Effort International is changing people's lives. Our number one product is changing people's lives one spirit at a time. So we want to thank you all for being here, making a difference in the world, and doing all that you can to get the word out in regards to these vitamin sprays. People need these sprays. Everyone that I know of that are taking these sprays are having a phenomenal, wonderful improvement, whether it's in their health or in aches and pains in their joints, or whether it's clarity, whether it's respiratory, whatever it may be. They're getting results, wonderful, life-changing results from taking these vitamin sprays. And as we say, you all know we can't make any claims because it's against the law to make any claims that our sprays can cure or heal any sickness or disease that you may have. But what we can do as you call into these calls is that you can hear wonderful, life-changing testimonies as a result of these vitamin sprays. And that's no lie. People are taking, you've heard Samantha's testimony. Samantha's testimony is just life-changing. She got her life back, as she said. We heard from another lady last week, Eloise. She got her life back. She's living again. She's enjoying her life, and her family is seeing all the joy and all the things that she's able to do now as a result of taking our vitamin spray. So it's our responsibility to take massive action and make sure we are sharing what we do. We have good news to share in so many ways, but make sure you're doing your part and getting the word out, whether it's through social media, word of mouth, flyers, whatever you need to do, get it out there because people are looking for what you have. Just like Mel Gill said, the only reason people don't know about 10 is because they just haven't heard about it. So it's our job to get it out there. And speaking of Mr. Mel Gill, CEO of Team Effort Network, guess what, family? Guess what? He is going to be on the call tonight. The Show Me the Money call with Mr. T. Yes, Mr. CEO himself, Mel Gill, is going to be on the Show Me the Money call tonight with Mr. T. That's 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This same number, same access code. So make sure you're on the call tonight to hear from Mr. Melgill. I'm going to stop right here and bring on my business partner, one star. Pastor Del Wafer, are you there, sir?
Well, I'm here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back from a fabulous Memorial Day holiday. I hope everybody had a great time and enjoyed themselves with their family. We had a great time. We enjoyed ourselves with our North Carolina family down there with the Cheryl Church and Pat and Ed Lowe and Chrissy Farr and all these guys who are just down there, a wonderful team who put on an amazing event there at the Doubletree Hotel. And just a beautiful theme. They had the Memorial Day colors, and it was a really, really beautiful event. And had many people that were there, and I got a chance to see the product. Got a chance to meet some names that we hear on the call, and some other names that we hadn't never heard before, but we got a chance to meet them. We had a spectacular time there. Thank you guys in North Carolina for hosting us there. We were really glad that we came, and that the way that you just honored us, and they gave us gifts and all kind of things. It was really beautiful, and it was great getting to know that team down there in North Carolina. So we had a great time to start off our Memorial Day there on Saturday, and then we went on and did some things with family. We've been meeting and connecting, and seeing more people, hearing more testimonies throughout the weekend. I'm telling you guys, there's so many people that are so interested in what we have in our hands. We have, as Pastor D said, we have product in our hands that are helping people to get back their lives, take back their health, and to change their lives. That is amazing when you have a product that can do that. And as we said, that is our number one product, is changing people's lives. That is an amazing thing. So we're really excited about that. Don't forget, Pat Lowe's call at 9 o'clock tonight as well. But yes, you definitely want to get everybody you possibly know. People that you've been trying to get on the call that weren't able to get on the call, make sure they get on this Show Me the Money call tonight with Mr. T at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be phenomenal. And I think you're going to always want to hear what the CEO of the company has to say.
Always going to do that. And, Pastor, I think North Carolina is going to be the same. It's so wonderful when we can go and have a big event in each one of these little places, and, when you come back, that they're going to just turn it up. And, there are some powerful leaders there in North Carolina. You're going to hear a lot coming out of North Carolina with Christy Fair and Pat Lowe and Ed and Cheryl Church. I'm telling you, boy, Nina and Pat. I'm telling you, and I think Jesse, I know he's glad he was on that B-Boost. Because Pat, Pat
just dancing and doing all kind of things. But Jesse's a trooper, man. Jesse Bowden is, he goes with us every opportunity he can. No matter where we go, he goes with us and help us to do these meetings. And it's always great to be able to take a team of people with you when you're going in to do a meeting. And we did do that. We had Jesse come down with us. We had Cynthia, Jesse's sister came down, and Beverly came down as well. And then we had some other people who had guests down in North Carolina that are from this area, came down and met some people down there. So it was really wonderful, man.
Mm-hmm. One of our team members, James Colbert, as a matter of fact, had one of his team members that lived in North Carolina was able to get her to the meeting. We had a chance to meet her, beautiful lady. And so it was just a wonderful event in North Carolina. Looking forward to doing many more events there. I think we're going to be hitting New York pretty soon. So if you're in New York with Ainsley Carter and Vincent, I said Ainsley Carter, he's going to get me for that. Ainsley and Vincent and Sabrina Wright, get your guests ready for New York because we're going to be heading to New York pretty soon. Well, today is not Monday. Today is Tuesday, but you all know that yesterday was a wonderful day. We had to take and salute our soldiers who are fighting for our country, and we love them so much. And you who are on the call, who are in the service now, we love you, we salute you, we thank you, we praise God for you and the service that you do for our country. And normally on Mondays we have Coach Nikisha Bond to come and get us ready for the week. So Tuesday is going to be Monday today, and we're going to welcome to the call-out coach for the week, Nikisha Bonds. Nikisha, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. You're singing this morning, girl. You must be on that cell energy.
You know, I haven't sprayed yet. It's a little early for me. I usually do it around 9 o'clock. Trust me, you guys do not want to hear Nikisha Vaughn on cell energy on a Monday morning call. It's just too much for everyone to handle.
Well, lady, what do you have for us today? We are excited and waiting to hear what direction are we going in this week?
Okay, I have a great training for you guys. It's going to get you guys prepared for the next 10 universities. But with all of those sharing and testimonies you guys are doing, I just have to tell you what happened this weekend to me. And I think it poses a good, something that we got to think about when we're out there promoting our business. So I was talking to a lady at church, and I work with her all the time, and, you know, she's seen some of my posts on Facebook, and I'm not sure why I hadn't talked to her yet. I just hadn't gotten around to it. And so I was, you know, telling her about the sprays, and she's like, yeah, you know, I've seen it on Facebook. So number one, people may see your post on Facebook, but they may not inquire about what you have, because this really is connecting with people type of business. So you definitely want to press the flesh and make sure that even though you're posting, you know, people who might have liked one of your pages, make sure you're reaching out to them and really connecting with them, because people really love that personal touch. That's the first thing to learn. Second thing that I learned was that, you know, my personal testimony on some of the sprays are not as powerful as like a Pastor Denise or Pastor Dale or Terry Whitener, you know, but one of the things I do know is that since I've been taking the Super 10, I haven't had acid reflux, and I have really bad acid reflux. I mean, I'll wake up in the middle of the night. My husband can attest to this, and he'll have to go and get me some antacids. I've had him actually go to the store in the middle of the night to get me some antacids for my bad acid reflux. And I didn't really realize that I hadn't been having those same problems anymore until one night I went without the sprays, and I woke up in the middle of the night because I had taken those antacids, and I was actually throwing up in the middle of the night because my body just couldn't digest all the antacids that I had taken. And so I'm telling you that because I was explaining this, you know, when I'm telling my story about the sprays, and she was telling me that her son was having the same problem. Now, her son is only 5 years old, and me as an adult, I know how difficult that must be. I mean, he's taking Pepto-Bismol at night. He's taking antacids before he goes to school in the morning. And so being able to share the sprays with her and having her say, wow, this is something that I can give my son and not have to chock him full of all these things that who knows what kind of side effects they're getting because he was having the same problems, that was just really, really powerful to me. So it just goes to show that, one, you know, when you're out there and you're doing social media and you're connecting with people on the internet, make sure that you're just reaching out and, you know, touching that flesh and giving people a little personal attention. And then number two, no matter how insignificant you think your story is, there could be someone who might be suffering from the same thing, but theirs is a little bit, you know, when you see your kids suffering from something, it's a lot more heartbreaking than when you just have to deal with something. So make sure you're going out there and you're sharing and sharing and sharing, even if what you think you have to share is not as powerful as somebody else. So I just wanted to start off with saying I'm sure we could probably fill this line with testimonies of things like that, but sometimes it's the small things that really get us over the hump. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you, Pastor Denise. What do you think about that? Does that happen to you, Pastor Denise, when you're out there? Maybe just sharing maybe not huge stories, but maybe smaller stories, too, that are really touching and changing people's lives?
They really are touching, Nikisha, and it's funny that you said it because one of the gentlemen on our team, J.R. Williams, he has a testimony that he doesn't think it's that big of a testimony because it just has to do with him. Like, he was not able to really, I guess, get up and walk up steps as quickly as he can now, or maybe not, just, like when you're sitting down, you get up, you take a little minute before you can get up, but now you can just get up without that little hesitation. And you think, well, my testimony is not as big, but that's something that people still need to hear because people may be dealing with joints, pains and aches in their joints and may not be able to move as quickly as they used to. But as a result of taking the sprays, now they're noticing these little small changes in their body and appreciating that. So I do say whatever changes that you're having, somebody needs to hear it because it relates to something that they're going to, or it maybe relate to something that someone else is going through.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I just wanted to throw that out there for everyone. Want to join in on the testimonial bandwagon? Okay, family, get your pens and papers together because we are doing it. We are going to be doing it big. Now, you guys know that Mel, if you guys were at the last 10 universities, he's huge on building your business and 90-day bursts. Now, we have a little bit more than 90 days until our next 10 university, but I want everyone on this line, every leader on this line, to reach the goals that they have for themselves. Maybe you're new and you're really, really excited and you really want to make a big splash, take advantage of the timing and the positioning that you have. Maybe you've been in the business for a while and, you know, you haven't seen the results that you were looking for. You know, you were really excited at the beginning and now you're just kind of like, you know, I hear everybody else succeeding. What am I doing wrong? Or maybe you're in this business, you're growing your team, and you have some people on your team and you want to see them reach some additional goals. Whatever it is, whatever you want to do, a 90-day burst is what is going to get it for you. So now when I first came into network marketing, nobody really explained this concept to me, right? Because we have a very simple system, right? You get two and you help two to get two. So that's easy. That's so easy. And I always say, like, if people just really, I mean, if you just told people that and showed them the math of how it would work out, like John Peavy said, he has a great little map of how you can be making $17,000 in the next 12 months if you just follow that system. And I was always so frustrated. I'm like, you guys, everybody, wake up. If we all just follow the system, we could all be filthy rich all over the world and we wouldn't have any. Okay, so anyways, so let me get off my soapbox about that one. But anyways, sometimes it just doesn't happen like that. You know, lots of different things happen of why people leave network marketing or why they switch to a new company, and you can't really change all that. But one thing that I have seen as I've been listening to a lot of million-dollar earners, you know, networking with a lot of people who are seasoned in the business, the one thing that they do when they very first start out the business is they recruit a lot of people at once. And so they don't just do the two people and then kind of like what Amy said you're not supposed to do is like sit back and go into management mode and say, I got my two people. Go ahead, people. Go get your two people and let's make it happen. Let's all be rich. And that's kind of what I thought it was going to be in the beginning. But I realized that you got to recruit a lot of people because you never know what might happen. Somebody might have a death in the family and they can't do the business anymore. They may move and you may not hear from them because, you know, other priorities have taken place. So one of the things that a lot of the earners are saying is that slow and steady doesn't always win the race, right? Just because you do two and two and two and two doesn't mean that you're going to have a huge organization at the end of 12 months, just like I just said, for all those reasons. So you have to get a big burst of energy because what that does is it creates a synergy. It creates an excitement, and everybody feeds off of that excitement. So if you guys were at 10 University, I bet every single person walked away from that event feeling excited, feeling motivated, feeling energized, feeling like we can take on the world, we can win this thing. But then there are some people who didn't go to 10 University, so they're not getting that same type of energy. And so if not every single person on your team was at that event, then maybe when you came back and you're fired up and you're like, let's do TTPs every single day, guys, we got it. And some people are like, we just did a TTP last week. How about we just simmer down on that? Because not everybody has that same energy level. But when you recruit a lot of people at the same time, you're going to build that energy level. You're going to get that excitement in your organization because everybody's coming in with the same amount of excitement, the same amount of passion. Everybody is realizing how amazing the timing is and the position that we're in, and everybody is fighting and going after the same goal at the same time on the same energy level. And so what we want to do is we want to create a story for the next 90 days. If you're sitting here and you're saying, you know what, I'm going to do it for the next 90 days. I'm going to push and work harder than I've ever worked before because this is network marketing. And you know what, we're all business owners. We're not networkers, right? We network as part of our business, but we're really business owners, and we've waken up to the truth that this is a perfect way for you to leverage your time, leverage your finances, take advantage of the opportunity that's going on to build wealth. But you're still a business owner. And so you want to create a story for the next 90 days. What is it that you want to do for the next 90 days? You know, what kind of goals do you want to hit for the next 90 days? Maybe you want to make a certain amount of commission. You know, maybe you want to get, you know, a certain residual income in the next 90 days. Maybe you want to have your team hit a certain goal. Maybe you want to have a certain amount of lifestyle qualifiers on your team. You know, whatever your goal is, first you got to sit down and create that story of what you want to see like in the next 90 days. Because I love what you wrote on your quote, Pastor Denise. I think you said,
aim at nothing and you will succeed.
Thank you. Thank you. See, Pastor Denise is always on it. I love her. Love you, Pastor Denise. You know, aim at nothing and you will succeed. A lot of us come into this industry and we're just fired up. We want to make money and it's exciting and we want to help people. Okay, so what are your goals? What do you want to do? You know, last 90 days, did you hit where you wanted to hit? Did you make where you wanted to make? Did you really stretch yourself? Or did you say, I just want to get 2 people by the next event? Okay, that's a great goal. And for some people, if you're trying to make just a part-time income, that is fine with me. The 2 and 2 plan is great if you just want to get a part-time income. But if you're really trying to go full-time, if you're really trying to make big money, if you're really trying to set up, and this is what I'm talking about today, I really want everyone on the line to set up, to have a legacy, to have something that they can will down to their children, where you can say, here's my 10 distributorship children. I'm leaving this to you so that you can be making money for the rest of your life and never really have to worry about it. That's the kind of money that we're talking about right now. But you got to figure out what your goals are for the next 90 days, whether you're going to have your personal goals, your team goals, your commission goals, or maybe you just want prestige. A lot of people, they look at the leaders up there and they say, I could do that. I would love to go up there and just share my passion. Maybe that's one of your goals. And when you get there, you're going to make sure you reach out to the right people, get on the call sometimes. I can tell you right now, almost everyone that I know who's on the call is just accepted an offer or said, hey, I have a story that I want to tell. And they got on one of these calls. They're always looking for speakers. So never be afraid to step up. We just decided to throw that in there. Okay, so what do we need to do? What's the brass tacks? Okay, so once you've got your vision, right, you've got this is what I want to do, now you got to get prepared. So what's your level of commitment? Now, this is a really big one. How much time are you really willing to put in to grow your business? And a lot of us have been working this business part-time, and they've been getting part-time income. Or, you talk to a few people, you get a few people in the business. You talk to a lot of people, you get a lot of people in the business. So your level of commitment needs to match what your goals are. For example, you say, I want to be a 1-star lifestyle qualifier by the time I get to the next event. Great. I think that's a wonderful goal for you. But I'm only going to talk to one person every single day. Not sure you're going to make it. So we have to make sure that we line up our actions with the goals that we want to see. So what is your level of commitment? Number 2, clear your calendar. This is going to take time from you. I know that, I'm going into my 90-day push on June 1st. And I've had to clear my calendar from a lot of things that take me away from working on my business. I travel a lot for my job. I do this, I do that. And I said for the next 90 days, I'm not going to be doing a lot of that because I need to put all my focus and all my energy right here. So you really want to clear your calendar. You need to negotiate with your family. A lot of us, especially people like me, I have small children. And so, when I come home, it's mommy, 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 mommy. It's okay, now we're going to have our playtime. But then I let my kids know, we're going to do this and do this. And they're really excited because, I'm just going to let you guys know I voted for Orlando. And so I told them, if mommy does this, when we go to Orlando, we can go and do this and this and this. They're like, then you need to get to work. Okay, love you guys. So negotiate with your family. If you don't have a supportive spouse, tell them, I'm just going to give it my all for the next 90 days. I'm going to push and push and push and push and push. And if I don't make it, then I don't make it. But you will make it, okay? Because you've got goals, you've got support, you've got a team, you're going to make it. You might have to make some sacrifices. Television. Okay, I'm not judging anyone who watches television. I love my little TV. But you know what? The box is an income sucker. And you might have to give it up for the next 90 days. But think about it. If you were able to give up television for the next 90 days, or Candy Crush, or Farm Heroes, or, whatever game, or music, or whatever it is that takes you away from working on your business for the next 90 days, and you were able to be a lifestyle qualifier, or 1-star, or 5-star, what would that mean to you, to your family, to your team? So you're going to have to think of what you're going to have to sacrifice, because I can tell you one thing. You're not going to get there doing the same thing that you've done in the last 90 days if you didn't reach your original goals. So sometimes if you want to step it up, you got to take some things out. You want to start to eliminate all distractions. Maybe you have a hobby that you like to work on, or maybe you like to do something that relaxes you. You're going to be going really hard for the next 90 days. So maybe you just put that aside and say in 90 days, we'll pick that up again. So that's the preparation. And then, you want to also sharpen your skills. Specifically your inviting skills. You're going to be having lots of TTPs, lots of calls. Today is a great example. We have 2 calls that are going to be really, really powerful, one at 5 o'clock and one at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, same number. And you want to make sure that you're getting everybody that you've been talking to on those calls. And so you're going to have to start working on your inviting skills. And really, you can Google online and find tons of inviting skills out there. Speak with your upline, and they can help you out. So you want to start to sharpen your skills. And then another thing you want to do is you want to get a list. Get a fresh list of people. One of the things that I realized is I started creating a new list, right? gone through most of my warm markets. Some people I didn't reach out to on the fringes, going to go and contact those people. But I go to a lot of networking events, and I gather a lot of business cards. And when I took all my business cards that I've gathered and I put them in an Excel spreadsheet this weekend, I had over 200 names just in business cards of people that I've met. Maybe I remember them. Some of them I remember, some of them I don't. Over 200 business cards that I had. So, if you're sitting here saying, I don't know anybody to contact, get out there and just start networking and start getting some business cards. Go out there and make it a goal to get 10 business cards every day and go and contact people. So you want to get a new list because you're going to be calling a lot of people. And then, okay, so let's say we break this down and you want to do a really big push, and let's say the first 30 days, right? You want to get people in the first 30 days, and then the next 60 days you're going to be cultivating your team. You're going to be doing lots of 3-ways. So what do you do for the first 30 days? So one is you're going to start contacting and inviting people. So before you can start doing that, you want to get your TTPs, your conference calls, all of those things lined up so you know where you're inviting people to. If you're calling people and today is Tuesday, okay, they're going to be going to the 5 o'clock or the 6 o'clock call. Wednesday, okay, well, do we have a call Wednesday? No, but we got the 8 o'clock call. Remember, I'm in Pacific Standard Time if you guys are on the East Coast, so that's how I think. And you want to invite them to the next 8 o'clock call. So you want to make sure you get all your events together, all your conference calls together. You can also go to freeconferencecall.com if you guys don't have if you want to do your own conference calls, and they will give you a free FREE, free number for you to make your own conference call. So if you say, well, I want to do a conference call on Sunday, and there's no conference call on Sunday, you can go to freeconferencecall.com. I think that's what it is. I'll post it in the Facebook pages if I'm not saying it correctly, and get your own free number where you can be the host and start doing your own conference calls. Get your TTPs on the schedule, because you want to make sure that whoever you're talking to, when you're qualifying them and deciding, are they interested in this? Are they interested in the products? Are they interested here or there? Where are you going to take them next? They're interested in the product? Great. Let me get some products in your hand. Oh, you're interested in the business? Great. Let me get you to a Show You the Money call or anything like that. So you want to get those on the books. So you want to make sure that you are making friends with the phone. You're going to be calling and inviting people. Then the next set of days. So let's say you do that in the first 10 days. The next 10 days you're going to be following up with all those people, and then the last 10 days you're going to be closing all of those people. And this is really, really important, because a lot of times we're good at going out there and making that initial push to people, getting videos in people's hands, brochures, sprays, and then sometimes we fall away on the follow-up. The follow-up is where your fortune is going to be made, and you just have to figure out what their decision is going to be, but you don't leave before you know what their decision is. And here's the 3 decisions that you should be getting from people. To really say that, you've been successful in putting them all the way through the system is, 1, they buy your products. 2, they join your business. 3, they give you a referral. Those are really the 3 decisions that people need to make. Because even if people aren't going to give you a list of referrals, I'm sure they know one person who might be interested in these products, who might have had some kind of symptom that these sprays would be good for, or who, might be looking for a way to diversify and have additional streams of revenue. So they should be giving you a referral. So when you're putting people through that system, you're contacting them, you're inviting them. A no is not a no until they've gone all the way through the system. A no is a not right now, and you got to find time when they can get through the whole system. And once they get through the whole system, now they can give you their decision of, yes, I'm going to join your business, or yes, I'm going to buy your products, or here is a referral. And that's how you can say, okay, close the book on that one, making sure that they've checked them off the list, and then keep on going through the rest of the system. So we need to make sure that we're doing all of those follow-up steps, really, really push for the next 90 days. And really all it is just to make a decision, to make a commitment to yourself to say, these are the things that I want to accomplish for my life. What is your why? Go back to that. That's why it's so important. We always cultivate that why in the very beginning, because it's so important to really understand, why are you here? Why are you doing this? And now it's that time to make the action match so that you can meet the goals that you have for yourself. So I don't know my clock in front of me. I'm probably sure that I'm over time. But I hope that that's blessed somebody today, because you know what? I think it's so important for all of us to reach our goals. We are in a prime position. Let me tell you something, 18 to 24 months, that's all I think it's going to take before everybody is using these sprays. And you have not just a couple people or hundreds of people coming in, you're talking about thousands and hundreds of thousands. Wouldn't you rather those hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people be in your organization? And they can be when you go out there and you do the work and you just talk to people. So fear not. Be very courageous. Go out there, do something you've never done before. Be uncomfortable. Invite people and start getting your dreams together and your goals together for the 10 University. Because I want to see, I was last thing before I close up. In the last 3 events, I think we had two lifestyle qualifiers. Then we had 4, and now we have 8. So it's doubling. So you guys know how the penny effect works, right, Pastor Denise? It is doubling every single time. And I really think that this time, and the thing I love about it is that Mel and Amy are more than happy to see every single person on this line get a key. That's what they really, really want. That's really their goal. Who knows owners like that who is excited and getting a little frustrated that they can't give everybody in the audience a key? So I'm telling you, it's happening whether you do it or not, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening whether you go for your goals or not. It will happen. So why don't you be a part of it? Don't sit on the sidelines of life. Get right in there and play the game. Back to you, Pastor Denise and Pastor Dan.
Wow, Nikisha, girl, that's just so powerful. I do pray everyone just heard the message and what you were saying, and you're so right. You got to get outside of your borders, and I say the borders of your mind. Get out of your comfort zone. Think big. Think beyond the box. I used to always say, well, how'd you get in the box in the first place? Because if you think big, it's going to happen. If you can visualize it, if you can see it on the inside, it has no other option but to happen on the outside. So these are great training tips. And you mentioned, Nikisha, I was catching some things of what you were saying, and I also remember questions that people ask, throughout the week, and I try to give an answer to them on the call because we can't always speak to everyone individually. You spoke about the calendar of events. If you have a TTP schedule, do not forget to go to the calendar of events and register your event. Just go to the calendar of event, which is on the website, teameffortnetwork.biz. Scroll down to the bottom, you'll see calendar of events, and click on there. At the top of that, you're going to see where it says add your event. So you click on that, and you just give your name, who's going to host the event, the address where it's going to be located, and then you submit. That's how your event gets on the calendar. Once your event gets on the calendar, guess what? Corporate generates a flyer for your event. So now you have a flyer for your event that you could print out, and you could hand it, or you could email to your family, friends, guests, and friends. So take advantage of all the wonderful tools that are being provided for you to spread the word in regards to Team Effort Network. Great. Nikisha, this is what I want you to do right quick before we go to Anita with the quote for the day, because we always have new guests on the calls, and they're hearing about these vitamin sprays, and they want to hear a little bit more. Can you just go through the vitamin sprays and just give, maybe for the next 2 or 3 minutes, a really quick view of the vitamin sprays that we have, just for the guests that are on the call today?
Sure. So we have, I'm not on mute. Sure. So we have 5 sprays right now. The first one that I think is probably the most important and probably the one that hasn't been talked about in general society is our D-Power, which has our vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is so important to the body. Over 2,000 genomes require this nutrient in order to function properly. So what that means is that people who are suffering from a vitamin D deficiency, they deal with a whole host of issues. Cancer, type 1, type 2 diabetes, influenza, so the regular flu, periodontal disease, and the list goes on and on and on. There's tons and tons of research. In fact, I want to give you guys a website that you can go to that's got, I'm just telling you, a plethora of different types of diseases that can be caused by a vitamin D deficiency. So it's called Vitamin D Wiki, WIKI.com. So when you go to that website, you'll see that they have all these health problems that are associated, and they always have the links to the medical journals that have been associated with it. So like acne, ADHD, allergies, Alzheimer's, asthma, autism, autoimmune, bone, breathing, cancer, cardiovascular, cholesterol, cognitive, cold, flu, concussion, cystic fibrosis, and I'm only in the C's, guys. So that's vitamindwiki.com. I'll post it on the Facebook page so you guys will have that link. And that's where you can go and send some of your prospects, because that's where you'll see all of the different things that are associated with the vitamin D deficiency. And the great thing about our sprays is it's getting directly into the bloodstream. So instead of 20% that you would be absorbing with the pill, you're going to get 90% with the spray. And let me tell you something. There are people right now who have been on vitamin D pills for years and have not seen any results. And now they're on the sprays, and they're seeing a huge reduction in, I know Jesse Bowden has a great testimonial, and his, I think it's his insulin level, is that what it is? Getting off his metformin drugs, Pastor Denise with her breathing. so many different testimonials that are going on because this nutrient is so, so important. So I think this is probably the most important one that we have because a lot of people are suffering from illnesses that they don't know that are probably caused by a vitamin D deficiency. Again, not saying that getting your vitamin D level up is going to cure you. I'm just telling you that there's lots of testimonials going on right now of that's exactly what's been happening for people. The next thing we have, which I believe is our flagship problem, because this is a billion-dollar industry, weight loss. And I can tell you right now, the one spray that I cannot keep in stock, in fact, sometimes I can't even take it for myself because they're sold out from right from under me, is the Slim by 10. This has an amazing combination because it's got stuff like Carcinia cambogia, African mango, green tea, coffee tea extract. And the great thing about it is that it helps to curb your appetite and increase your metabolism. So you're getting a 2-for-1er on that one. And I can just tell you right now, not everybody, but most people who try to have lost phenomenal amounts of weight. We have Miss Washington who's lost over 75 pounds in 90 days. I think she's over 75 pounds now. I think she's in the 80-plus pounds. But her and her slim girls are out there just making the world sexier for everyone. And she's got her slim guys going on. And these people are losing 40 pounds in 4 weeks. I've heard people who are losing 30 pounds in 13 weeks. I mean, the testimonials are off the charts, and I really believe that's going to be our flagship problem because, a lot of other diseases can be caused by obesity. And let me tell you, obesity has now surpassed hunger as the number one main crisis that we have. So it used to be like, feed the hungry. No, the hungry have been fed, and now they're obese. So this is a huge, huge opportunity for people when you're starting to talk about the weight loss industry. We also have our B boost, which is phenomenal because a lot of people don't know that vitamin B, B12 is only found in animal byproducts. So if you're not eating any meat, you might not be eating any. And a lot of people are taking shots right now, and they're getting the synthetic B12, which has got a little bit of cyanide in it. It's called cyanocobalamin, but ours is bioavailable. We have the methylcobalamin, which means that as soon as you put it in the body knows exactly what to do with it. And this is good for patients who are suffering from dementia. This is good to give you those nice, healthy red blood cells. We've been hearing so many testimonials, and man, I got to write these down, Pastor Denise. I'm going to make like a whole list of all these because my mind just swirls. Every time I'm on these calls, I hear so many different testimonials, but one of the ones that it almost brought me to tears. A lady was telling us about her mother who had been suffering from dementia for many, many years and started taking the vitamin sprays and was able to walk home from church, which was a couple blocks away, on her own. This was a woman who was having trouble spelling her own name, and now she's walking down the streets on her own. I'm telling you, when you hear those kind of testimonials, it just goes to show you how powerful what you have in your hand is. The next one we have is our Super 10. And this one is great because it's full of great antioxidants like, goji berry, Aussie berry, 5-HTP. You know what? I give the Super 10 at night. It helps to sleep because of that 5-HTP. And so some of the things that I really get a kick out of on some of these are, the Super 10 is great for digestion. Like I was telling you guys about my acid reflux. It's good for inflammation. And those are like the big things that it helps. But some of the things I get tickled about is, the small things like the 5-HTP, which helps to relax the body, helps you to go to sleep naturally. So if you're having trouble sleeping, spray your Super 10 at night. So I'm telling you, ever since I started taking it at night, and I did it for my acid reflux, but now I am sleeping so good at night, it is no joke. I am like a log, and I'm a terrible sleeper. My husband can tell you, I have tossed and turned all night long. I get my Super 10 before I go to bed, and I am good to go, because those antioxidants are the ones that are getting right in there. The last one we have in our brand new spray, which is the Cell Energy. And Pastor Denise, I'm going to let Anita Poole talk about the Cell Energy because she just makes me so excited when she talks about it, and she knows far more about it than I do. And so all I know is that I take it and I can stay awake driving, which is great for me. And it makes me very relaxed, and I think that's because of the resveratrol. But, when Anita Poole tells you guys about the glutathione and how big this is, you guys will see how powerful. I think we have yet to realize the power in this Cell Energy because it's so new. But every time I hear her explain it, I just get excited. I want to go out there and just start telling the world. So I'm going to throw it back to you, Pastor Denise, and hopefully Anita Poole can pick it up and give us a little overview on the Cell Energy because she does it so great.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you, Nikisha Bond. Thank you so very much. Anita Poole, if you can come on, we have a few more minutes left before we end the call, and give us that, and then give us our quote for today.
Absolutely, Denise and Nikisha. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. How are you? I am great. I'm very excited about the UK, the USA, the world. And yeah, Nikisha, very, very excited about cell energy. My goodness me. It contains 4 of the most powerful antioxidants known. Glutathione, which is called the mother of antioxidants, i.e. it's the main antioxidant that one's body uses. It's actually natural in the body. The problem is, a lot of people, most people with illnesses and people who need to be super fit, they don't have enough glutathione in their body. It's not making enough. So to be able to supplement with our TEN sprays at a 90% absorption rate compared to only 10% with a pill, shake, anything that goes through your digestive system, that is phenomenal. Plus, added to it, 3 extremely powerful antioxidants. Alpha-lipoic acid, almost the sister of glutathione. It's that powerful, plus natural caffeine, not synthetic caffeine, which is in energy drinks and loads of other things out there. They contain synthetic caffeine. Not great because it gives you a high and then a crash, a low later. Plus, it can be addictive. So natural caffeine is the way forward. And again, in a spray, 90% absorption rate. Plus, our cell energy spray also has very powerful antioxidant, resveratrol. It's a natural antioxidant. It actually comes from the skin of grapes, and it's extremely powerful as well. So can you imagine these 4 antioxidants working very, very synergistically, natural, plus in our Super 10, we have superberry antioxidants with ionic minerals. So taking the different products together, they all work synergistically. That means money in your pockets, folks. It also means doing good to a lot of people. So very, very, very excited. So, success is all in our grasp, folks, and that's what the quotes are going to be about today. Success is exactly what Nikisha, was training us also. It's also all about inviting and speaking to people. It's the speaking to people that gets the relationship. So, Henry Ford said, coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. It's all about teamwork. Working together. That's why our parent company is called Team Effort International. That's why the TEN sprays are actually short for TEN 10 products and also Team Effort Network. And the thing about teamwork is it doesn't matter who gets the credit. It's all about working together. President Ronald Reagan actually said there is no limit to what a man can do or where he can go if he doesn't mind who gets the credit. People who transcend political, bureaucratic, and other negative motivations actually end up stifling themselves. A true leader and a true person endears himself by surrendering to the common good of the team.
Okay. We lost Anita there, and she may tune back in. It's time for a call drop. She is in the UK, and she may tune back in. But family, thank you, Anita. I know you're going to probably tune back in, but it has been a wonderful, powerful call. What I do want to remind you is that the Spanish call will start in another 30 minutes. So if you have Spanish-speaking guests and friends and relatives, please join the Spanish call. That's at 9:10 Pacific, 12:10 Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be 30 minutes right after this call, right here on the same number, same access code. And also do not forget to join Mr. T tonight on Show Me the Money Call. Why? Because CEO Mr. Mel Gill is going to be on that call tonight, family, tonight. It's 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific, which would be 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific, which would be 5 o'clock. Oh, let me get it together. 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here at the same number, same access code, Mr. Mel Gill on Show Me the Money Call with Mr. T. Also join Pat Lowe and the North Carolina team, and Ed and all the wonderful, great team members there tonight following Mr. T call. That will be at 9 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time to hear more great testimonies and wonderful things that are happening here in 10. And I'm sure Pat's going to talk about the event that took place this weekend in North Carolina. I also want to remind you that Pastor Bill and I are actually heading to Fredericksburg, Virginia. That's our next event that we'll be attending next month. That's July the 14th in Fredericksburg, Virginia, with Forrest and Arthur Chapman. So that will be on the calendar coming soon. Well, thank you for being here with us today, family. It's been a great call. Tune us back in tomorrow right here on the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you know this, family, you are loved and you are greatly appreciated. God bless you all.